Hello everyone, I'm Sadhana and this is Jill.
Hello everyone.
We are both from the International Admissions team at the Australian National University. We understand that this is not the usual way for you to join the ANU Open Week, but we would like you to be involved as much as you can, and that is why we've prepared this virtual Open Week webinar that talks you through the entire international admissions process.
And we'll also have a few Q&A sessions where you can have lecture with our admissions officers. But first of all, I'd like to give you an overview about who we are and what we do. About us, the international admissions team works with both prospective ANU students and agent representatives from over 50 countries around the world, providing advice and assistance to international students looking to enroll at ANU.
In terms of what we do, the international admissions team assesses applications in line with the university's admissions policy and finalizes the assessment for admissions. In this webinar, we will talk about the entire process of admissions, from submitting your application all the way through to your enrollment at the ANU. As you may be aware, we have implemented the new admissions process recently, and we will talk you through this new process in 3 parts, particularly application, assessment, and offer rounds, followed by acceptance process and enrollment requirements, and some FAQs, including credit transfer and scholarship inquiries.
We have changed our admissions process because we want ANU to be home to the very best students. We want our student population to reflect the diversity around Australia, our region, and the rest of the world. We believe that your educational experience at ANU will be enriched by being surrounded by peers from many different backgrounds and countries with different life experiences and perspectives. Overall, there are 3 ways for international applicants to submit applications to the ANU. In this webinar, we'll focus on direct applications to be submitted through option 1 and option 2. Option 3 will be covered in a separate webinar, which is for international applicants who are completing an Australian Year 12, a New Zealand National Certificate of Educational Achievements NCEA, Level 3, or International Baccalaureate IB.
As you can see, this is a quick snapshot of what the new admissions process looks like. First of all, you browse through the ANU Programs and Courses website to select a program to study. Then you prepare your application with supporting documents, either by yourself or through an official ANU agent. Thirdly, you submit your application by the application deadline for the coming offer round. Your application will then be assessed against the minimum entry requirement, including both English and academic requirement, for your nominated preference, which will then be pulled and ranked. Finally, in each offer round, successful applicants will be issued offers on the offer date.
Once you have selected a program that interests you, you're encouraged to check the minimum entry requirements in this program courses website. And the second type of the program page is called admissions and fees, because some programs may have additional requirements or require additional documents. ANU has a wide range of programs for you to select from, as there are 7 academic colleges that house a number of schools and research centers that specialize in a range of disciplines. In addition to a single degree, you can also build your own flexible double degrees, so you can also study 2 undergraduate programs at the same time. You can also select flexible vertical double degrees and research degrees to continue tertiary studies at ANU.
Once you've selected the program that you wish to study, you can choose to prepare your application by yourself. You can also find an official ANU agent on the ANU contact page and seek advice from representatives in your country. Once you've prepared your application with supporting documents, you are ready to submit your application. Please note that you have selected the correct application option and complete your application. If relevant documents are in a language other than in English, an ANU accepted English translation is required. More information can be found on this website. This page shows the options to submit direct applications through option 1, which is for most ANU programs, and option 2 for some programs with specific entry requirements.
Okay, after your application is submitted, they will be assessed against the minimum entry requirements of your nominate preference. The minimum entry requirement include both academic and English language requirements, which can also be found in the program's courses website. If you are completing or have completed overseas secondary qualifications and your academic results will be converted to a rank that is comparable to an Australian tertiary admissions rank, ATAR. If you are completing or have completed tertiary qualifications, your academic results will be converted to an Australian 7-point scale GPA. Please note some ANU program may have additional program-specific academic requirements or additional documents requirements, such as prerequisite requirements, cognitive requirements, portfolio, or demonstrated work experience. As for the English language requirements, please note all prospective students must meet the university language requirements. If your previously study is taught and assessed entirely in English, please check with us because you may have met the university's English language requirements. Alternatively, you can also take the listed English tests that are accepted by the university to meet English language requirements. More information can be found on this ANU on this link in this page about university English language requirements.
After that, once your application has been assessed, it will be progressed to the next stage. And please note that applicants who have applied through option 1 will receive a preliminary outcome advising your eligibility for your nominated preference or advising you to provide additional documents if your application is incomplete. If you have not passed the preliminary check for your nominated program, you can then update the program preference during the change of preference window before the application deadline. You cannot update your program preference outside of the change of preference window. There are 3 offer rounds for each intake, and there is an application deadline for each offer round. Only complete applications with all relevant documents provided by the application deadline will be considered in the available offer rounds. You can apply for a single program under our new admissions process. However, you can change a preferred program before the application deadline closes. If you have met the minimum requirements for your nominated preference, you will then move on to the pooling and ranking stage. You will be competing with other eligible applicants who have applied for the same program. The ranking process may also take diversity factors into consideration. If you are successful, you will then receive an offer to study at the ANU.
If you have received an offer and wish to accept it, you will need to complete these steps before the acceptance deadline, which can also be found on your offer letter. First, you are required to make a tuition deposit payment. Secondly, you send the complete hand-signed acceptance declaration form to us. Once both acceptance declaration form and the payment have been received, please allow us about 5 working days to issue your ECOE, which is electronic confirmation of enrollment.
We understand that when you receive your offer, you may still be completing your qualification that was used to gain admissions at the ANU. Therefore, upon enrollment, you need to ensure that you have provided your final documents, which may include transcripts, degree certificates, testimonials, and other relevant documents. Please be mindful that the final academic documents should be officially issued by the educational institution, together with ANU accepted English translation if the original document is in a language other than English. If you have not successfully completed your qualification by the commencement date of your program, your enrollment will be cancelled and you're encouraged to apply at a more suitable time.
As we have talked through the admissions process, now we'll be talking through one of the most frequent asked questions, which is credit transfer and exemptions. If you have completed part of your degree or courses at another university, you can request to receive a course credit or an exemption based on your prior study. If you wish to be considered for credit, you must submit a credit transfer application form. The form can be sent to academic college directly or provide to us together with your application form for admissions to ANU. Please note your credit application is assessed on a case-by-case basis by the academic college, so it may not be finalized until the acceptance or enrollment time. International students should be aware also that receiving credit may affect the duration of your program study. So if so, a new EC will be issued to reflect the revised program duration.
Another frequently asked question is, how does the applicant consider for ANU scholarships? As you may be aware, there are many scholarships that you can choose from. But specifically, in 2021, ANU will offer up to 200 awards known as the ANU Chancellor's International Scholarship for students commencing their studies of ANU undergraduate and postgraduate coursework programs in semester 1, 2021. Something you need to be mindful about this process, though, is that there is no separate application process, as applicants are automatically considered based on the applicants meeting the eligibility criteria, which we discussed earlier just now. The applicants will then be informed of their scholarship award as soon as they receive the offer to study at the ANU.
There are also other frequent asked questions. I'll just pick four for this webinar. The first one is, why has ANU changed its admissions process? As mentioned earlier, we have changed our admissions process to ensure the best teaching quality, our student education experience, and learning outcome.
In terms of, can successful applicants defer an offer to study at the ANU? In simple terms, it's unfortunately no. If you have received an offer to study at the ANU but are unable to take up your place, we would encourage you to definitely apply again at a much more suitable time for you.
Mm-hmm. And the third one will be, can I receive multiple offers? Unfortunately, the answer is no. You can only receive one offer if you're successful for your nominated preference, because for each offer round, you can nominate only one preference.
Yep, that's right. Yeah. Finally, how will sponsored or scholarship funded student applications be assessed? So on that part, there is no change as to how we assess applications for sponsored or scholarship funded students. But if you're sponsored or scholarship funded, you will be assessed under the existing ANU policy, which can be found on our website.
Okay, last, we're always here to assist you for any advice. Mm-hmm. And please note we are currently working remotely. So please contact us through our email address, which is international.admissions@anu.edu.au. Thank you for your time watching this webinar.
Have a good time. See you.
See you.